Good afternoon, everyone. It's really a great honor to be here and see you all. Thank you very much for coming here today. My name is Tina. I'm Senior Account Manager from ABM. Today, what I'm going to share with you is the phenomenon of Daigou. What is Daigou then? It literally means shop on behalf of. There are a group of personal shoppers who seek out product overseas for buyers in China. But just simple question, who could be Daigou? Because these people spend almost 12 hours on a daily basis online, interacting with consumers, dealing with customer complaints and handling inquiries, and busy shopping around the supermarkets or in pharmacies. Let me tell you, there are full-time moms, gift shop owners, or even a student study abroad. They shop for someone in China and send a parcel back to China as a personal items. I think the convenience and the chance to make second money is not the main reason for the existence of Daigou, but it is because of the trust. And it is because of the enthusiasm of Daigou to bring premium Australian product to China market. You may heard of them from the media, probably, complain they are mass purchasing for infant formulas. But you may not aware that these people are just making 10 billion AU dollars for annual trade transaction in Australian cross-border e-commerce business. They really make a great contribution to the food industry in Australia. I think you may quite familiar with the logo and the brands I'm listed here. These brands is actually spending millions of dollars engaging with Daigou community and encouraging them to speak about their brand and products. And they position them as the most important sales channel in China. I think there must be some reasons behind that. It is estimated that there are 60,000 Daigou living in Australia. And every single day, these people are sending Australian products to China market by around 500 parcels. Apart from the infant formula and supplements, one of the hottest products in China is definitely the food. 4 years ago, I moved from Australia back to China and stayed for a while. And I can feel China is undergoing through some fundamental changing every day. The Chinese consumers, especially the new generation of middle classes, have demonstrated their extraordinary demand for overseas product that is health, green, and organic. You know, China market is huge enough to send any business owner into rapture, but we got so many differences in culture, and running a business in China is not an easy way. I met a lot of brands actually in my daily life come to me saying, hey Tina, we've got a really fantastic product, 100% Australian made and pure organic. And we've got a long history which can show our credibility. So we are so proud of our product, and we are sure we can have the market share in China. When we're making China marketing strategy, do you recommend us like set up a new flag shop on the major platform of China, like JD.com or Tmall? Or perhaps, would you recommend a celebrity endorsement for our product and brand? In return, I will just ask them 3 questions. First, who do you think your consumer will be? Why do you think they will love your brand, love your product, and recommend it to their social network? Which channel you're going to work with as your key partner in China market? Don't take me wrong, I'm not saying that an open e-store or have celebrity endorsement is not correct. It still works. But think about how much investment you're going to put up front. So I recommend as a brand, you must be crystal clear about the 3 points I just mentioned before you take anything into really implementation. And these 3 points, consumer, advocate, and channel, are the foundation of the key success of your business. I'm now going to show you a new cross-border ecosystem. And in this system, there are only brands and consumer merchants. We can still call them Daigou, but we just give them a more premium name, consumer merchants. They are actually the role combining 3 roles into 1: consumer, advocate, and a channel. I think they are consumer to the product themselves, and they could be your advocate to your brand and recommend your product to their social network if they like your brand. And they can also be the sales channel, the merchant, to sell the products into their social media platform. They work closely with the brand and connect with the brand. So they create such a new route, helping brand to reach end consumer in China with more efficiency. To give you a better understanding why we are thinking this ecosystem is workable, I will share some background information and the culture rooted in China. Being a relationship-centric society, Chinese people intend to deal with the people they're familiar with and they trust. And the Chinese consumers are more willing to take the advice and the recommendation from the people they know. Because in these years, China has suffered a lot from the PR crisis regarding the unregulated food industry. And I think that the domestic food industry is losing their credibility. In addition, there is a big gap of the information of some city of China, and the people are all concerned about the counterfeit for overseas products. So this is actually made Chinese consumers pretty much rely on word of mouth and trustworthy shopping models. So all these factors combined together, I think they fuel the growth and the development of this new ecosystem. I just give you an example, like if a brand wants to enter market, how the traditional route will be. Traditionally, the process is extremely long. It can be started from like product concept generation and packaging design and marketing strategy, capital reverse preparation, and all the way through to mass production and the launch of the product. There are so much steps in the whole process, and there are so many uncertainty among that. Any mistake in each point could lead to a disaster for the successful launch of the product. And it normally took like 12 to 24 months to get the initial market feedback. So just imagine, like marketing is changing in every minute. How can a product designed 1 or 2 years ago can still fit the trend of the market? But if we investigate this new model, consumer merchant-based route to market, we will see consumer merchant is actually involved at the very beginning stage, when the product is still in concept development stage. Because of their triple role, remember, consumer, advocate, and a channel, and they can share the feedback from different aspects. What's the feature of the product from a consumer perspective? And what's the appropriate pricing or margin to a distributor? Is the packaging or storage condition suitable for overseas shipment? And even they can share some end users' feedback through a try marketing campaign. By doing this, product concept development is adjusted and optimized with more efficiency. And it also helps to minimize the risk of mass production for a product, probably with a very low market acceptance level. Here is a case of success I'm going to share with you. It's about an Australian food company, how they penetrate the China market with Daigou force. Melrose is an Australian company dedicated to provide a superfood and healthy lifestyle. 2 years ago, when they came to us expressing their ambition to China market, they were a small company. Most of their products were only listed in the domestic organic food retail stores. Their product is good, but sales volume is quite low, even in Australia, and nobody in China knows them. One of their hero product, green essential powder, I remember the sales volume per annum is only around 2,000 units. And 2 years later now, I think Melrose can proudly claim that they are one of the most popular brands in China market. And guess what? The annual sales volume of this essential green powder reaches to 1.7 million just in 2 years. And most of them, 90% of them actually, was sold in China by Daigou. So it sounds like a sales miracle, right? But let's find out how they engage Daigou to achieve such a great performance. In the last 2 years, thousands of marketing assets were created for Melrose. And these assets were spread to Daigou channels and encouraging them to speak about their brand and products. Assets were not created just for product focus, but it's creating a scenario that is associated with Chinese consumers' daily life and what they are concerning. For example, the first picture is saying, I'm sorry it's in Chinese, but I can translate it. It's like, you've got too much business, entertainment, or appointment. You need a Melrose Green Essential Powder to keep you to balancing your diet. Example can also be putting too much weight, but you don't have time to go to the gym. You need a Melrose Green Essential Powder to get rid of the grease. Also, we just mentioned too much overtime work, or you're just concerned about the haze of air pollution. You need a Melrose Green Essential to help you to enhance your immune system and to keep you in a good health condition. So we just give them a reason why they need this product and how can this be used in your daily life. Imagine, at the same time, thousands of Daigou are posting the same product assets, spreading the same key message of your brand. How big will be the social volume? And probably just one day, your initial brand awareness is built up in China. As I mentioned just before, Daigou are consumer merchants themselves. So we help Melrose to organize a group of Daigou, and we offer them their product, encouraging them to do a testimonial and share their feedback on Chinese social media platform. This time, Daigou behave as like a testimonial generator. They sharing social proof to the products, guiding the potential customer, and even help overcome the objections. And in the meantime, consumers on this social platform seeing this evidence from other consumers and just thinking, wow, what I'm going to make a decision is quite right. So this is how we run a testimonial to help the brand to seeding in all of their Chinese consumers. Celebrity endorsement is always good to have. Wen Fan Bingbing, she is actually the first-tier actress in China, endorsed the Melrose coconut oil on Weibo, the biggest social media platform. She is saying, I'm using this product on a regular basis, and that's why my hair is so pretty, it's shiny and smooth. And then we just give a quick response. We integrated this like marketing plan with the distribution channel. We're creating a lot of marketing assets related to this topic and give to Daigou to amplify in their sales channel. And all of a sudden, it has been a hit topic in China. Everyone is saying that, I'm curious about this product. I just want to have one to try. I just wanted to have the same beautiful hair. I just like the fan bing-bings. So, you see, everybody is being involved and engaged in that particular period of time, and sales volume is just increase. Factory visit is quite important in past 2 years when Melrose helped to engage the Daigou. Because in this way, Daigou is encouraged to speak about their manufacturer capability, quality assurance, and also they are encouraged to sales during the whole trip, like lifetime video stream, and also it helps Daigou to reaffirm their decision to go with the brand and add credibility to their own business. Therefore, the relationship between consumer sales, consumer channel, and the brand is getting blurred. We think the relationship is evolving, and only collaboration of these three could be way of future. Daigou is using their word-of-mouth marketing strategy and their social influence to help Australian brands enter China market, to reach out thousands and consumers in China, and to boost your penetration in the world's second biggest economy. And China got so much opportunities there, and the Daigou, as a strong sales force, is waiting there, sitting there. Why not use them to help your brand? And if I were you, I would just start running now. Thank you.